Early bud.
Insomnia. I sometimes feel I've lived half a day before the others wake up. I often walk up here in the mornings. Brought your book back.
Seen this before?
What is it?
Microphone.
Oh, must be Guy.
Guy?
He went crazy about that sort of thing. One holiday a few years back had every room in the house bugged. Whose is the car?
Ruth Turner's. She let me borrow it last night. My daughter phoned to say her mother had gone.
Gone?
Got off with some bloke. She'd left her with her grandparents, and Bet can't stand them. I went there last night after I saw you. Brought her back. She was asleep upstairs.
Well, she'd prefer to be with you anyway, wouldn't she?
Aye.
About Guy's age, you said, didn't you?
Aye. Well, she's over the moon, loves this place. Started making plans as to what she'd do with it as soon as she walked in the door.
A woman's touch.
Oh, you're jealous.
Oh, don't be silly.
You're a jealous woman.
Won't need me anymore.
No?
Well, you weren't entirely comfortable with it anyway, were you?
Comfortable?
You know what I mean.
Guilt.
Guilt.
Well, half of me's Robbie Burns and the other half's Mother on the Cook. And then I preach a better world, don't I, with my double tongue?
What's that to do with me?
I'd be a disaster in your life. I'm nothing.
I see.
You don't at all.
I see enough.
You see nothing.
Well, it's time I went. Time the rest of the world woke up.
As long as you want me, I'm here.
Do you mean that?
I only say what I mean. You'll come again?
Yes.
Soon?
Oh, yes.
Oh, ho, ho. You're eating. How do you feel?
All right.
Oh, you should feel as though you're going to the stone crusher at the plant, the stuff you put away last night.
And how do you know what I put away? You mark your bottles, do you?
I measured your length on the floor when I found you.
Don't rub it in, Dad.
Oh, you've been a little lady all your life. You're entitled to know what it feels like to hit the bottle. Oh, who made your breakfast?
I let Annie make it.
You're learning diplomacy as well, are you?
Do you think she'd mind if I made yours?
Oh, she's upstairs making the bed. We'll tell her we shouted. It'll make no odds. She's as deaf as a post.
It's good to be here.
This house means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Best part of my life.
And mine. I'm selling it, you know.
Oh, yes, but it'll still be in the family, won't it? I mean, Ross wants it, doesn't he?
Who told you that?
Oh, Lord, have I put my foot in it again?
So Ross wants it, does he?
Well, don't tell him I told you, will you?
What's secret about it?
I don't know.
I can guess, but I'll save your embarrassment. Forget you said anything.
Neil didn't ring last night.
Didn't he?
Did he?
After you'd gone to bed.
What did you tell him?
Well, I told him you were spending the night with your fancy man.
Dad.
No. I didn't tell him where you were. I just said you were safe.
As if he'd care.
Made him use that imagination, what he's got.
A fancy man. Me.
Well, how was I to know? I didn't go clod-hopping in last night, considering the condition you were in. Yeah, well, you can tell me or not as you choose.
I told Neil he could have a divorce.
I see.
Do you?
No, I'm damned if I see. I mean, if it had been Sarah saying she wanted to sling her hook from Max, it would have come less of a shock.
I told him he could have one. I didn't say I wanted one. It's him that wants it, not me.
Another woman.
Not flesh and blood, as far as I know. Some dream in his head, perhaps.
We all play games up there.
And how do you think I feel about his games? Even if they are in his head.
Pride hurt.
More than that. You wouldn't understand. You're not a woman.
No, I was married to one for 40 years. I learned a bit, not much, but a bit.
Your best suit needs cleaning.
Nah, I'm not fussy. It'll do as it is for a bit. I'm going nowhere.
You'll need it for the wedding.
What wedding?
Mine. I thought that would make you jump for joy. Well, say something, for God's sake. You've been trying to get rid of me for as long as I can remember.
It's what you want?
No, of course it's not. That's why I'm doing it.
I'm serious.
Well, ask a daft question. Get a daft answer.
Is it that daft a question?
I know what you're asking, Dad. You're asking me, am I doing it for the right reasons, aren't you?
I can think of a few wrong reasons. Like marrying the wrong man for fear of what maybe I've been too fond of saying I feared for you. A lonely old age.
You think that Ross is the wrong man, do you?
I like Ross. He makes a go at trying to understand the working man, which is more than I feel about his brother. Sometimes I think he does it for the wrong reasons.
Name one.
He likes to be liked, does Ross. What's a joke?
The laughter of recognition. It's true. But it's a human failing, isn't it? There are worse. Like believing that the end justifies the means.
McKellar, that lodged with us, is that who you're on about?
I'm marrying Ross.
Ah, so you said. Now, don't take it out on the pots. They cost a fortune these days.
Do you think I'm wrong?
They ask you if anybody knows of any just cause or impediment when you wed. I know of none. Whether you do or not is up to you.
The votes are counted today, aren't they?
I'll see to it. Well, come in. Somebody to see you.
The car is outside.
Brought her back with you, your daughter?
She's at the cottage.
Well, I'll wash up at lunchtime. I'll get off now that the car's here. I want to go call in at the garage.
Thanks for letting me have it. I filled up with petrol on my way here.
Oh, thank you. I'll see you later, Dad.
I heard all that, but it didn't make much sense.
My wife cleared off yesterday. Ruth lent me the car last night to fetch my daughter here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, all alone?
I've left Rita down at the sisters. She's in a bit of a lather. Wanted me to come. She's heard your Ross wants this house.
Still wants it for herself, does she?
Ah, you know what they're like when they set their minds on something.
Well, this house isn't great demand, and it's not on the market yet. should fetch a fair price.
Does your Ross want it?
He said not to me.
You'd want him to have it, of course, if he did.
I might, and again, I might not.
Rita will think I've cocked it up if it slips through my hands.
I have something to find for myself first before I go. Have you, had your farm valued yet?
Aye. Not what I thought it were worth.
No. Damn sight more, I'll bet. You'll not be short of a bob or two.
Can I make you an offer?
Well, now let me get found.
Will you not let it go without giving me a chance, then?
Promise you that.
Fair enough. We thought we'd call on your mother before we go back.
Well, you better tell Rita to say not about this place to her. You know what them two are like together. She'd buy it herself and burn it down before she saw Rita here. She could afford to, and all. She's worth a damn sight more than I am.
Had your breakfast?
I had it with Mum in the kitchen while you were in the bath.
Ah. You didn't happen to spot any post when you got up, I suppose?
Yes. I put it over there.
Thanks.
What time is it?
20 past. Where's your watch?
It doesn't work. They said it wasn't worth mending.
You late for school?
Yes, I am a bit. It's a free period, because I like to get there to register. They put you down as absent.
You mind being marked absent?
Yes, of course.
I'll give you a lift to school if you wait while I have a cup of coffee and skim through these. I'm running a bit early this morning.
You like the filtered stuff, don't you? I'll make you some.
Thanks.
I gather he's making you coffee.
In exchange for a lift to school.
Wouldn't let me help him. Don't you find it pathetic?
Pathetic.
The way he falls over himself to please you because you make him a friendly gesture. A lift to school.
Could have a lift to school every day if we left at the same time.
It's not that. It's because you're behaving like a father.
We see that function from two different points of view, don't we? I feel I'm being a father when I'm doing what I believe is right and best for him. You prefer me to bend to what he wants in the short term. I just don't happen to think that that's my function in life.
There is a middle way too, Max, but you don't believe in middle ways, do you?
No. No, the easy way, more often than not. Easy options. We're paying in this country today for the easy options of yesterday. Refusal to face the facts.
Oh, you've never refused to face a fact in your life, have you, Max?
If I accept that might be true, is it bad?
It's damned hard to live with.
Doctor's on his road.
Doctor, for a bit of a thing like this. No wonder the country's bankrupt.
You've a nasty ankle there. He couldn't get you upstairs last night, could he?
I slept well enough on here to be deaf to you knocking, didn't I? So there can't be that much up with me. You better be getting yourself back to work.
You wanted rid of me?
Nay. Look, if you want to do something useful, get them ladders out of the way. You're a nasty piece of work, aren't you?
I am. There's no doubt about it.
Go on, put them away. There's a good lad.
I'm not daft, you know. I know why you want them out of the way. You fell off them, didn't you? Not over yon mat.
There's some brandy in that cupboard.
Oh, aye?
Yeah, you like a drop of brandy, don't you?
I do.
You dirty dog. You're going to tell our Henry that I fell off those ladders,
What
aren't
else
you?
can I tell him when I swore to keep an eye on you?
Right, well, you tell him about me and I shall tell your Ruth about you.
Oh? Whoa, will you? Tell her what?
I'll think of something to tell her. You dirty dog.
You don't understand, do you, why I'd sooner not go in with you?
Not altogether.
And you don't understand why Retirement puts the fear of God in me either, do you?
I know it's a problem for a lot of people. I thought you'd cope with it better than most. There must be things you wanted to do you've not been able to. I'd have thought you'd have had a list as long as your arm.
I have.
Well, then.
Practically everything on that list I'd planned to do with your mother. In everything I did, I'd be reminded. You can see it now, can't you?
I'm sorry you had to... needed to remind me.
Edson 337. You are? When? She's been up those bloody ladders again, hasn't she?
Found a phone just round the corner there. The garage is sending a breakdown truck.
Sorry about this. You're not missing a lesson, I hope.
No, it was just being registered late.
You'll have to blame me.
I haven't been this way for years.
I always take this road to the works. I can pull in, stop and think. Listen to the silence.
Wouldn't have thought it was your sort of thing.
We don't know each other very well, do we? I knew there was a danger of that when we sent you away to school, but I thought we could avoid it. You heard anything from Jean in Canada?
Couple of letters.
Everything all right?
She likes it. Well, I knew she would. They all do, she says. They won't come back.
You'll get over it.
Yes, I know. That's what I hate.
There'll be somebody else.
There always is, isn't there?
I didn't understand why you wanted to get engaged. I'm not just your age. I thought your generation took a different view of things.
You mean you thought we believed in sleeping around a bit?
You don't, I take it.
A lot of us don't nowadays. We believe things like you believe.
You mean things we pay lip service to? Things we preach but don't practice? Things we were brought up to believe and threw off?
Maybe. Most of us are a bit sick of the old political dogmas. We want some sort of rules, I suppose.
We've debased them all, haven't we? Thrown them out of the window and put nothing else in their place.
Too many easy options.
Your mother said that to me just this morning, as a matter of fact. She said I'd never refuse to face a fact in my life. And I don't think she meant it as a compliment. If you've nothing special on today, why don't you come to the works with me? See the wheels of industry turn. I know you're not keen on industry, but it's as well to know the facts about what you're turning your back on. What do you say?
Here we are. I think I managed to find everything.
I only bring them pots out for special visitors.
We have Dr. Fawcett, you know. He'll help you now he's seen me here.
Oh, well, if he's a bit funny with you next time you see him, it's because I told him what I thought about him before you come in.
You didn't?
Oh, I'd have sent him packing if this had been anything serious. He can't diagnose, you know. Have you had him lately?
Well, only for some tablets. Monday, as a matter of fact.
Have you taken them yet?
Well, 3 times a day for the last 2 days.
Oh, well, no use me warning you then, is it? When did you say George had gone?
I sent him back to the farm and I saw I was needed. He's a man from ministry coming at 10. These tablets, you were saying?
Well, it could be coincidence. Did you come in because you saw his car outside, or were you coming anyway?
We were coming anyway. They're white on one side and yellow on t'other. Or is it green?
They're the ones.
Well, I've got them here. I've just taken 2 in the kitchen just now.
Down the toilet and pull the chain. I told you not to come here. I'm in no mood for argument.
Can you walk, or will you be carried?
Can I walk where?
Outside to our Ross's car for a start. We're taking you where we can keep an eye on you. And I'm in no mood for argument either. Go upstairs and get what you think she'll need. You get no sense out of asking her or Rita.
Jim Turner's been talking to you, hasn't he?
Don't have to talk to Jim Turner. Oh, I expect you've got some damned excuse. You'll be telling me you tripped over the damn carpet instead of falling off the damn steps as I always said you would.
I knew he had.
The doctor's been.
My ankle's sprained, that's all.
Could have been your bloody neck, couldn't it?
Taking advantage because I've not got my stick in my hand to wrap your knuckles with.
Oh, don't try and get out of it by putting me at fault.
I tripped over that carpet.
You're a bloody old liar.
Pass me that stick, Rita.
You'll do no such thing.
I forgot the teaspoon.
Have you got no sense? How many times have I told you? Why do you think I keep on at you? Do you think I don't care? Is that what you think? Oh, does it hurt?
No, not very much. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Well, I'm going to take you where I can keep an eye on you till it's mended. And I don't want any arguments.
Dad! I wanted to tell you before anybody else did. They've counted the votes. I've won.
The man who drives the sweeper came in and left this morning. You said you'd know about it.
Oh, yes, I do. Thank you very much, Angela.
Is Mr. Henry coming in?
I wouldn't have thought so, Angela. You miss him, don't you?
He used to make me laugh.
Well, I'll do my best, but I'm afraid it'll be a poor second bet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
I
didn't...
know exactly what you
The
mean.
bloke who drives the sweeper.
Ranko.
Yeah, you saw him?
Yes, you'll probably find him gone by now. He dropped these in earlier. Cassettes, some of the recordings he's made.
They'll send someone else?
No, it seems we don't have a plant in the works after all, just a conventional left-wing activist.
Great. See you at lunch.
Oh, Ross. Hello, Neil. That office you mentioned.
Making a start?
Thumbs down from Dad. He won't come in with me.
You didn't really expect him to.
No. In fact, I thought he might be actively against me, but maybe not. Something's happened to him in the last few days.
Acceptance.
Sad, isn't it?
Yes.
It's terribly sad.
Not working today.
They unshackle our chains for lunch. Where is she?
Exploring.
I wondered if I could help with school. When did you want her to start?
I'm working tomorrow.
Well, that's a bit short notice. Still, I might be able to manage something. If you go down to the pub tonight, I'll send a message with Dad, right? I'm getting married, by the way.
Chains? You?
Oh, I don't mind wearing chains, so long as I can choose the ones that I wear.
But do we, though? Or do we just kid ourselves?
Our dresser would look very well in here.
Getting rid of it, are you?
Good gracious, no.
It'll never get the chance then, will it? I should hang on to it anyway if it's that old thing that's in your living room you're on about.
It's 300 years old.
Well, that's what I mean. You'll get no for it at the sale rooms.
It's an antique. They fetch a fortune at auctions.
Well, I'm an antique, but I don't see nobody bidding for me. And I can roll my eyes and say, Dada.
Annie says she hasn't put any sugar in.
Oh, Rita takes sugar.
I think I'll just pay a visit.
Get a coat for her.
I meant upstairs.
You behaving yourself.
No.
Enjoying yourself, though.
Antiques.
Same to you, in Obso.
You don't know what I'm on about.
Better not. I'm neutral.
No, you're not. You're like me. You can't stand humbug. What's above us?
Heaven.
She's up there.
Eh?
What room is it above this?
Ross's room.
She's in there. She's prowling. What's she up to?
Well, I suppose you better know. You'll find out sooner or later. They want the house.
Her?
They're giving up farming. They want this place.
Well, our Ross wants it.
Well, he'll have first refusal, yes.
Ruth doesn't want it. She told me she don't like big houses.
Oh, then it'll go to Rita, won't it?
You wouldn't.
Well, why not? Why shouldn't I?
That winter cabbage.
I'll rap you on the knuckles if you don't watch your language.
Preening her friends here and preening herself. Look, you'd never.
Well, I mean, if it goes on the market, it'll go to whoever's ready to pay. I'll need the money if I'm going to lead a life of idleness. What happened? I might buy myself a little pub.
Oh, I wonder when that'd come up. I can guess which one and all.
Can you?
Have a bit of money.
A bit? You're worth a bloody fortune.
Watch your tongue.
You flatten me. That's the first time I've ever heard you admit it.
I nearly went on a cruise last year. They came over me.
What did?
They wanted to spend. To squander, even.
You wicked woman.
I mastered it.
Where were you thinking of going before you mastered it?
Isle of Man. I've always wanted to go to Isle of Man. She's been to Isle of Man. She told me that day when we went there, because she's like that, you know. Gets her clothes from home, rods.
Look out, she's coming back.
Done prowling, has she? Our dresser would look very well in here. Feeling better, Rita, love?
Your flush doesn't work.
There's a knack to it. You've got to surprise it.
It's an antique, you see. We won't look when we flush it.
Yeah, I'll see to it.
It's got character, this house.
Yes, I've always thought it has character.
I shall enjoy it, living here. We'll have a party or two. We'll invite you.
Have you got the cassette machine out there?
Mr. Wainwright borrowed it. I can get it back.
No, it doesn't matter. Any time this afternoon will do. I'm off for lunch.
I got this message just now.
Good God.
And I'll have a ploughman's lunch.
Oh, you'll have a ploughman's lunch, will you? Suppose I decline to serve you.
My money's right colour, isn't it?
The last time you had a ploughman's lunch, you said you'd sooner have what they give the horse.
Oh, I was pulling your leg, you know that.
Do I?
You know me as well as anyone. Do I get one or don't I?
I've heard about your Les getting in.
Oh, you heard, have you?
However did he win against you?
I got more votes.
I was dreading you coming in.
Why?
I know what it means to you. You're taking it very well, aren't you?
Am I?
More than well. You're pleased.
Am I?
You wanted to win, didn't you?
Who wants to lose?
What are you grinning at, then?
I'll tell you one of these days.
Les? I'm off to see Dad at the pub.
I'll take no notice of him. His bad manners have got nothing to do with you.
I thought you'd maybe told him we were getting married.
No, I told Dad.
No objections? No just cause or impediment?
Oh, it's what he's wanted for me.
Should have happened years ago.
Should it? He thinks that you're saving me from a fate worse than death. A lonely old age.
Other way round, if anything.
You? Lonely? I don't know why you came back here, Ross. The kind of life that you've led away.
The kind of life that never stays still can sometimes be the loneliest of the lot. Ruth, I'm in the place I want with the woman I want. And a job that'll keep me here.
Chains.
Chains?
That's something I said to somebody once. that there's nothing wrong with chains, so long as you can choose the ones that you wear.
You were right.
Was I?
I had a scrambled message from Angela that you'd broken your leg.
Well, that'd be him.
Nay, your neck, I said.
Well, I should have a good turnout for the funeral if I get a gathering like this for a sprained ankle.
I'd better get some ice.
Hey, I shouldn't have said that. I'd forgotten how long it takes. How's the new school, then?
Smashing.
You won't have as far to run next time.
We seem to have run out of water, too.
You're wrong again. Look, somebody else had better say something before I put my foot in it proper. When's the wedding? Is it safe for me to ask that?
I think so, Gran. Only I can't give you an answer. We've not fixed a date yet.
You won't be in too much of a hurry either, if you've any sense.
Water?
Yeah. It comes out of this thing here. There. I'll get the ice.
So Gran's coming to live here?
She's a contrary one. As likely as not, she'll change her mind.
You want her to come, though?
Well, I feel happier where I can keep an eye on her. Things going all right at the works?
Yes, I think so. The take's down, of course.
Oh, I spoke about the chance of a new customer a few weeks back. I've got it through. Ramses of Spenborough will be getting in touch with you, so there'll be no need to talk of layoffs.
Dad, I don't enjoy laying people off.
No, I know you don't, but you can jump in too soon.
Young Turner's taken his father's place on the Works Committee.
Aye, Neil told me. Worries you?
Well, it'll be tougher than dealing with Jim. I won't deny that.
Well, everything's tough these days, even the bloody meat. Sarah's sipping it gently, I see.
Yes, you have to ask her if she wants a drink these days.
Things better between you?
Getting better, I think. I hope.
Yeah. And young guy.
Oh. I still react with indignation, I suppose you might call it, when he starts behaving like one of his own generation. I'm beginning to think the mistake was mine in the first place. Forever expecting him to be anything else.
Well, I made the same mistake. And how does my chair feel, then?
Familiar.
Hmm.
Another before I go. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I'll have one.
No, I'm fine.
I didn't ask your opinion of yourself. I asked if you'd have a drink.
Yeah, I'll have one.
Give us something similar, Jess. I'll sup with you tonight.
Putting on an act. Back of it, he hates my bloody guts.
Oh, come on, he's taken it well.
He's making it look as if he has. I know him, and it's not like him.
Maybe he's just decided he's had enough.
It's been his life.
They're spoiling you, Gran.
Aye.
She's trying her best not to enjoy it.
Max and Sarah gone?
I had to get Guy back to school.
I've been given an office. I think I'd better go and sit in it.
It's a Bobby's job.
That's hard graft nowadays.
Even the way we talk's out of date.
See you about 5 then.
Democracy.
What is?
Your son going to school with the daughter of one of your drivers.
The bloke with Ruth Turner? How did you know he's one of our drivers? I've never seen him before.
He's the one who's taken the cottage. I walked past there the other night.
Guy's not here to demonstrate democracy. He's here to be educated. Well, I know what you mean. best of possible worlds. I wouldn't argue the point.
Guy? Guy? This is Betty McKellar. She's in your year, same subjects.
Hi. Hi.
And this is her father.
Oh, we know each other. Guy and his mother are helping me with the garden. Something I'd like you to know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't plan this. I mean, I didn't ask you in with this at the back of my mind.
Who knows what's at the back of their minds? The prospect of looking at the back of mine would terrify me.
Something else I'd like you to know.
Truth games.
You're the first since I left home.
Huh? You mean I'm the state of desperation that you've reached?
You know that's not true. But it does get a bit like that.
The empty bed. Do you think that women don't feel the same?
Oh, I've made an awful mess of my life.
And yet you're completely convinced that you're capable of organising other people's lives to their advantage.
That's politics.
Oh, I thought politics were supposed to come into everything, even bed. What would be the...
Anything you want, Mr. Brassington, I'm just going.
Yes, Mr. Ross.
I think he's gone.
Ring him. It's important.
Yes, Mr. Brassington.
Locals are playing Merry L because income has voted Allister in. They got red faces because they didn't turn out to vote.
Well, they'd have turned out if you hadn't played it down. Playing it down turned it in his favour.
I thought it was Les played it down.
He didn't look far enough ahead. To next year's elections, they'll turn out then, won't they?
You'll stand?
Do to him what he did to me.
The ball is in your court, Jim.
Aye.
I thought you'd taken it well. Yeah. He told me at dinner time I should take a husband, your Les. To do the humping, he said.
Gonna take the hint?
Me?
She'd not into Jess. She'd take you by the collar and lead you into back room if she'd a mind. It's a game.
Happen.
In the mine.
Aye.
Only place for it at our age.
Ah, maybe. You taking a year's holiday then, have you?
The day he put his name down, I thought, right, monkey.
Oh, when it comes round again next year, he'll be sweating. Will you stand?
No. We're worked out, Henry.
Happen.
You expect them to be like you. Same mold. And they're not. They have to stand or fall as they are.
Will your wife come here eventually?
No, that's all over. I wasn't shooting the misunderstood husband line when we came here last. When I met you out there.
Your daughter?
Not a chance. My wife has custody.
Oh, yes, of course you said. But she'd prefer to be with you, the girl. That seems awful, unfair.
Life's unfair.
You're a communist, aren't you?
I'm a Marxist, of sorts. There are 57 varieties these days. We're in what Casey called a terrible state of chassis.
I know nothing about politics.
And you've no wish to learn, to be involved.
I'm wide open to involvement in anything that'll give some sort of dimension to my life. Oh, but don't let me bore you with that. I'm a terrible drag on the subject.
You don't bore me.
Only because I'm a woman. I'm not very good at that part of it either. It's not what I wanted from my life. Frustrated middle-class housewife, conventionally unfaithful, guilt-ridden, no point or purpose in my life. I'm so terribly unhappy with it all. Not just Max's failings, but mine too. You'll hate me if I say I regret the other day, but I do.
I've travelled the same road too. I'm a man and it's different maybe. But I don't enjoy the kind of physical hunger that sometimes obsesses you when you're used to sharing your flesh, your blood, your capacity to care with someone whose pain you share. I mean, that's what it really is, isn't it? The capacity to feel someone else's pain.
No, please.
Mr. Ross?
Not yet. It's Guy.
Keep trying, Angela.
Yes, Mr. Brassington.
Dad?
Sorry. I couldn't come round the works when you... Something important came up. In any case, remember, you've been round not long ago with your grandfather. You should have reminded me. You must have been bored.
I thought it might be interesting to come again. To compare.
Compare?
The way you look at it compared to him.
You imagine we look at it differently, do you?
Most people see things from their own point of view, don't they?
Yes. Yes, I suppose most people do. We lack... what is it? The capacity to feel someone else's pain. It seems I've been lacking in that capacity over this business of you at the school. Your grandfather taught me to stick it out. It was a tougher proposition in those days. He's mellowed with age.
I think he was probably right then, don't you?
You're regretting?
No, it's good to be home.
You've been away at school. In any case, I've seemed to spend less and less time at home these past few years. Life's not tougher, perhaps, but it's a hell of a sight more uncertain. Things change more quickly. You have to run to stand still, as they say.
Yes, I can see that.
I wish I could see the world through your young eyes. Scares you, does it?
Yes, sometimes it does.
You talked to your mother about it?
No. I don't want to scare her, I guess.
What do you think scares her, Guy?
Being on her own mostly, I think.
Does she blame me for that?
Not you so much as work, I think.
Puts the blame on the job and forgives me, isn't it?
I think she does, really.
Then I shall have to forgive her, shan't I?
Forgive her what?
Whatever she needs to be forgiven for. If we can forgive others who, be they family, near family, employees, it must make the future clearer, brighter. I'm sure my own sins are... Maybe if your mother and I can learn to forgive each other's shortcomings, then maybe you can learn to forgive mine. I'm learning, I think. I hope. They say that when you stop learning, you're dead.
Yes.
Mr. Ross for you.
It's all right, Angela. Tell him I've dealt with it. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Brassington.
I think I ought to warn you that things might be a bit difficult for a while.
At home?
Yes, home. I'll do my best to make it work out. But it takes more than one to make a family, doesn't it?
It's a sort of committee, you mean?
Yes. A sort of committee.
Can I borrow your car? One of my brakes seems to be binding. I think I'll change these shoes.
You're like a young lad doing his first courting.
Soft.
Like you were.
Well, he's old enough to know better.
You were jealous.
Oh, aye. We keep everything in here but bloody water. Oh, don't do that. It hurts.
I meant it to. As soon as this ankle's better, I shall start on this room. And then I'll work my way through.
There's no such thing. I didn't bring you up here for that.
I shall go back then.
All right, then. Rita can have it. You're lying there, licking your lips at the thought of it, aren't you? Scrubbing, dusting, climbing up bloody ladders. Ha! You can't reach me from there, can you?
All right, I shall save it. I shall owe you one then.
Dad?
No showing off with that car of mine. I want it back in one piece.
Max rang. He'll be coming around later. He seemed a bit depressed.
Oh, he's learning then. Well, enjoy yourself. Make the most of it.
Yeah. Somewhere inside me, there's a small boy watching his parents drive.
I had as much respect for you as I had then. Never been more aware of how much I'd undervalued you.
Flesh and blood.